All right, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to go through exactly the main three basic things that you need to optimize in your Google Ads. And this is going to be more of a straightforward video on the three things that we always first hit to optimize Google Ads campaigns. So when you have a Google Ads campaign, especially if you're just getting into Google Ads, the first thing you need to do is create the Google Ads, obviously. But once you create it, what do you do to optimize it? See, Google Ads can be a huge waste of money. One of the biggest waste of money is just putting money on ads, right? And it's ridiculous because let's just say you're spending money and you're not actually bringing in any customers. So how do you optimize? So Google Ads can be the easiest way. It's the easiest way to waste time and money. It's the easiest way to spend time setting them up and then wasting money. If you don't set up the key things correctly, the whole system will fall apart. So you need to make sure you have a good foundation. Once you have a good foundation, then you need to work on optimization, doing A/B testing. But what do you need to test? Oftentimes, what I find is videos that are super complex on, hey, you need to test these 730 different things. You need to be A/B testing stuff. You need to be running tests. And while those are awesome, sometimes you don't necessarily, or you have to do it yourself. And so, what are the three main things that you can do to start optimizing your campaigns? So, if you're looking to how to exactly set up a campaign, you can watch these three videos on my website. I'm sorry, not on my website, on my YouTube. And, it's just three other different videos on exactly how to set up a Google Ads, because this will give you a good foundation for now going into optimizing. I also have included a free Google Ads optimization checklist. This is one that we actually use to optimize different campaigns. Basically, we put all our best terms in here, and what we do is we use this in order to optimize our campaigns. This is a really, really good tool. Link in the description if you want that. So the first thing is understanding Google Ads. Google Ads connects businesses with potential customers at the right moment. Now, a lot of people will say, well, it's a waste. Google Ads is a waste of money. It's too saturated right now. People don't click on ads. But the greatest thing about Google Ads versus Facebook ads is keeping this in mind. Facebook ads, it's literally you're just scrolling. And while there is targeting for people, when you're just scrolling on social media, unless it's like a problem that you already have, you probably won't buy. Whereas Google has actual intent based on the search. So every time someone searches for something, there's intent there. So that's the greatest part about Google Ads, right? There is intent to the Google Ads. I'm just going to write that. Searches. Oop, didn't spell that right. Anyway, so that's one of the greatest parts of Google Ads, right? So three of the main parts of Google Ads that you want to optimize for is keywords, compelling ad copy, and then optimizing your landing pages. So these are the three things we're going to go over. You're going to want to make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to go over landing pages, and this is one of the most crucial things you need to make sure you're optimizing for. So the first thing is, why does optimization matter? Optimization really matters because if you're not optimizing your campaigns, you could get false clicks, you could get really, really high click-through rate, but not actually anyone converting. You want to make sure that you're maximizing your budget and your targeting efficiency, obviously, right? Benefits include better visibility, lower cost, and more conversions. See, not everyone really cares about lower costs. Some people, they don't care about costs, but they want conversions, right? So if you're not optimizing for one of those three, then you're probably going to have all three of those terrible and not optimal, obviously. So you need to figure out, first of all, what you're trying to optimize for. And then number two is, these are some of the benefits that you can get when you optimize. So it's a cycle of testing, learning, and improving, right? Optimizing your Google Ads campaign is not an overnight thing. Typically, it takes a couple of weeks and months to do this. And it's something that you need to be constantly going in, constantly ad testing, and especially when you have an active Google campaign, if you're not involved with it, if you're not going in there at least once or twice a week to check it to make sure that you're getting relevant results, then you might be wasting your money. So the first thing is keywords. Keywords are one of the biggest things, especially for Google Ads, right? Keywords are queries that potential customers use on Google. Very straightforward. This is someone that searches for. But there's a difference between the keywords that you place on your campaign and the search terms that are placed in the campaign. And I'm going to show you exactly in the Google where you can find those. So you need to make sure you're choosing the right keywords, which means your ads appear on the right audience, and then learn about keyword types and where to use them. If you have questions about keyword types, go ahead and check out my other videos. But what you're going to do is you're going to want to go into your ads, and then you're going to want to select an ad group. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over to, there's two different tabs you're going to want to check. So there's search terms and there's search keywords. So search keywords are what you put in yourself for all of your ads. Search terms are what Google thinks, or with some keywords that, or some search terms that Google has basically broadened the search to bring in more users. And the one key thing about this is sometimes this is incorrect, and sometimes Google hits it right on the head. And they use obviously AI to do this, but you need to make sure you're going through this list at least once or twice a week. Typically, we go through it twice a week, and you're going to want to make sure, hey, is this search term good? And if it is good, add it as a keyword. If it's not good, make sure you add it as a negative keyword. Because if it's not a good keyword, you don't want to be getting search terms based on that. So that's the first tip. Go in and check out your keywords. See the foundation to this whole thing. So to optimize your keywords, regularly audits to ensure you're targeting keywords that convert. That's what we just did. I said make sure it's at least, I'm going to put a time frame. I'm just going to do once a week. Eliminate underperforming keywords and exploring new opportunities, and then strategy adjustments based on the data can enhance the campaign. So one key thing, especially with this, that you should keep in mind is you should look at your conversion, because obviously at the end of the day, if you're going for conversions, you need to make sure that these keywords are actually getting conversions. Like for this one, hoods cleaning, I would say, especially for this campaign, we probably aren't putting enough money into it. Number one, but also, I mean, maybe like this doesn't really seem like it's that bad of a term. I mean, it's only $1.33, so it's pretty cheap. But I don't really think necessarily there's any bad keywords. But sometimes if there's any bad keywords that are literally have hundreds of thousands of clicks and zero conversions, that's probably one you want to take out. So already noticing this video is 7 minutes, so I might, hopefully it doesn't go too long. Strategy adjustments based on the data can significantly enhance campaign efficacy. The next thing is your ad copy. You need to make sure ad copy is your first conversion with your audience, obviously. So this is the first thing that your audience is using. It should be relevant, engaging, motivating the user to take action. So what we always recommend is we always recommend doing A/B testing. So if you can, go into your ad groups and test. Is it better to have a call to action, or is it better just to have like a motivating factor? Is it better to say check out now, or free demo or something like that? Or is it better to say a benefit of it? And you need to do some A/B testing to see, hey, do people see a benefit better, or do they want a demo of this thing? Maybe they don't know the benefits. Or maybe what you can do is, especially if you're going after maybe a competitor, and a competitor in your space has a line that's really they always like to use, you can do a spin on that line and do the opposite, undermining that. So some things to keep in mind. So in later videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft actual copy that stands out and delivers results. We're not going to do it in this video, but it's always important to make sure that you are constantly changing your copy on your ads. And obviously, it's pretty simple. You can go into here and you can check out your copy for your campaigns and stuff like that, and making sure that that copy is actually performing. So if you go into ads, I can't believe I keep clicking the wrong thing. Right. So this is one, you go on the little edit button, and then you can now edit your campaigns. And it's always important, like I said, to make sure you're changing this. The next thing we're going to go over is crafting I keep forgetting about the next slide. So create ad copy that speaks directly to your audience's needs. Use A/B testing to refine the message and calls to action for better performance. Once again, we'd like to do is a CTA for demo versus maybe a CTA for free sample. Something like that, right? Something as similar as that. Which one is better? Who knows? Incorporating keywords in the text that improves relevance in the ad ranking. So making sure that your ad copy is full of your keywords, especially the ones that you want to obviously rank for. And just a few more slides here. The last thing, the third thing that you need to make sure that you're checking on is landing pages. Landing pages is such a missed opportunity because a lot of times people just care about their ads. They don't think about what happens once someone clicks. They just care about getting the clicks. A landing page is where your ad promises fulfillment and conversions happen. It should match the ad's offer, be easy to navigate and encouraging. So one of the things that we always see is we see the ad says free sample, and then that goes to an ad page that doesn't talk about the sample at all, right? You also need to make sure that that landing page, once they click over there, it feels like, oh, I'm in the right place. I clicked on this, it said free sample. I go here, it says here, check out your free sample. You also don't want it to seem shady. If you can, avoid using stock images. I know we'll get over that later. And then we'll cover essentials of high converting landing pages. Here are 3 things that you should always be A/B testing and improving for your landing pages. Optimize for speed. If your landing page is slow, fix it. If it's not clear, fix it. And make sure action to increase conversion rates. Make sure you're trying to push them to continually take an action. You don't want them to get to the landing page and then no call to action at all. I've seen that happen all the time. The other thing is some people don't even have landing page. And no, a landing page is not the homepage of your website. So use A/B testing to identify the most effective elements of your landing page. So this is like a really overgeneralization, but make sure you're testing your either using your landing page software to A/B test, maybe a headline, images, stuff like that. And then understand that small changes can lead to a significant improvement in performance. So for instance, if you have a VSL or if you have different images that are more custom to specifically what the ad's about, your change might actually improve. And then the next thing, bringing it all together. So those are the 3 things: keywords, ad copy, and landing page. The 3 most important things that we always say start optimizing for, right? Optimizing one campaign can improve overall campaign performance. Component. And then a recap of how these elements interact with the importance of the holistic optimization. So, advanced tips and resources. So, explore beyond the basics. Strategies like bid adjustments and ad extensions are obviously something that you can also test for, but they're not the most immediate thing we always talk about. And then continuing learning is super key. So make sure that you're going on online forums, you're checking out Google's resources, you're checking out marketing blogs, and seeing out what is the main thing. And sometimes, let's say you're in a B2B instance and you're saying, well, that's all just B2B. It doesn't really work for us. It's still good to know what's working. And maybe it's something to try out. All right. So, conclusion, call to action, right? Start applying these optimization techniques to today to see the campaign's performance. So, try it out. See what you do or see what can happen if you change your keywords, update your landing page, and make sure you're doing this little A/B testing, but then also taking that data and making sure that you're seeing how the data actually works out and if you're actually improving. So remember, Google Ads is constantly ongoing. And if you don't constantly improve your Google Ads, you will waste time and money. So thank you so much. Please subscribe, follow for more insights. And if you're looking for our Google Ads optimization checklist, hey, link is in the description. Check it out. Let me know how you like it. Thank you.